Oh boy, I literally just got back after getting a drink of water before we get going here, and holy heck, we're live, and thank you to Dwarf892 for becoming a member and also gifting 5 memberships. We'll get to that in a moment here. I'm your host, AngryRagtimer, Lord of the Onion Rings, and we have Physicist here with us today. And
G'day.
Winter has come. So here we are on the Suffering Southern, and it is snowing. And that means that the trains must roll through the snow. We've got number 5 and a couple of cars down here at Whittier that we need to get arranged. Yeah. So we'll get going here. And also Nick Stoll over on Twitch, resubscribing for Tier 1 for 12 months. Howdy. Well, hello, my friend. So I guess that means people want me to start this in first person. We'll show off the third person for a little bit with the snow here for a moment, and then I'll switch over to that just so people could see what the heck we're in for. So let's get rolling down here, shall we? So a huge thank you to the folks over at WNCRR and especially Lego Train Man for allowing us to showcase the new snow mod before most other people. So this is something that they have teased on their streams. They were kind enough to let us check it out before its public release as well. So awesome. And P.S. This is James296 to change my tag. Well, thank you, James296. So awesome to have you here, and thank you again for the support. I guess I should probably get the timer pulled up here for first person as a result of all this.
Just heads up, Angry, I might be a little late. It looks like Steam's picked right now to do its weekly maintenance. So give it a few minutes on my end. I was wondering why it just wasn't launching.
Yes. Okay, so 5, 6, 7. Okay. So that's going to be... Let me get this going here. And for those who may be new here, basically, whenever someone donates like this, it causes Ragtimer to have to go into first person. So, thanks to y'all. And Alex Beck just became a member too. What the heck? Oh man, everyone wants to punish the Ragtimer today. Also, who's played with the K4s and whatnot yet? The K4s, I have some of Raider's engines downloaded for this. I just haven't put them in the game yet. Like they're on the they can be run at any time. So that should be fun. And thank you, Alexander Beck, for becoming a member. So, man, we have a lot to talk about today. We have so much that's happened. But holy heck, there's a lot to talk about. So first off, I hope everyone had a great weekend. No Wheel of Pain today, Nick. We only do that every once in a while. I can't keep doing that to myself. And Bandon saying, celebrating 20 months membership. Can you haul snow for profit? Also, there's no business like snow business. And what the heck? Dwarf gifting another 5 memberships. I can't tell if Christmas has come early or whether I've just ended up on the naughty list. So, okay, looks like we have to do some interesting switching here to get going. So, holy hell. And Merry Christmas, everyone. So yeah, let's talk about a few things as... Oh my god, there's a lot. There's so much going on. There's so many whistles and everything. Holy crap. Is Angry still mad at you for Tier 4 Steel Mill? No. But, we have a lot to...
Do we mention the thing we recently talked about in the Discord?
What? Your crazy, insane BS that you have?
Yeah. Yes.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
In due time.
In due time. So let's talk about a few things here. So again, first off, I hope everyone had a good weekend. I had an interesting weekend. For those who don't know, this was the last weekend of Christmas trains on the East Broad Top. So lots of people, lots of fun for the holidays, but it was not all sunshine, snow, and roses. I ended up in the hospital on Saturday for most of the day. So I ended up having some chest pains and complete loss of energy, and it got to the point that one of our volunteers, who's an EMT, said, "You need to go to the hospital and get checked out. I would feel a lot more comfortable if you got checked out." So I got carted away in an ambulance and taken to the hospital half an hour away, and had to get checked out up there. Thankfully, I'm doing okay now, but Saturday was not a fun day for me, and they did a lot of blood work. They did a lot of testing of other things, and the long and short of it was, hey, you have COVID. Also, it's not heart problems. It's very bad acid reflux, which makes you think you have heart problems. So take some Tums and get out.
Yeah.
So I'm very happy to be okay. I mean, okay is subjective. I still have COVID, which is not fun, and I still feel very tired. But I've been trying to get a lot of sleep. I've been trying to eat healthy, drinking lots of water, all the stuff that people always recommend. So I have been trying to take care of myself with all of this stuff to make sure that I can recover fully and do my thing. So I think I put that in the Discord and on the YouTube for people to kind of know what was up. I know a few people did reach out and, sent their best wishes, so I appreciate everyone who did. If I seem like I have moments of low energy on today's stream, that's why. So I'm just very glad not to be in the hospital anymore and to be somewhat functional, although it does kind of suck to get sick right before the holidays. So, take care of yourself, hug your loved ones, all that fun stuff, because that was not how I was intending to spend my day. I'm also not looking forward to the bill. I have okay insurance, but I'm not looking forward to the hospital bill and the ambulance bill. So, yeah. Anywho, in more positive news, first off, hello Ginger Uwu Kitten over on Twitch. Glad to have you here. But I also was fortunate. Oh, I have to add all that time. Dang it. So we had 5 more memberships gifted. 1, that's 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Yeah, so no drinking today. I am not going to be drinking. Still trying to take care of myself. Under the weather a bit, but hopefully getting better in time for Christmas. But spending my evening with all y'all. In more positive news, if you're a channel member, you got to see this a few days ago. If you're a regular member on YouTube, you might have seen that we just got another video up on the channel, the Garden Railroad Construction Part 4, which was not necessarily a construction update, but kind of a show-off of we've put down track for the Garden Railroad. It is not the permanent track, but it's a basic test loop, and basically that'll allow me to run live steam or electric if I get the itch during the winter. So I'm very excited about that. That's going to be a lot of fun. And as you might have seen in the video, that means that live steam can happen any day. So my general rule is if the weather's good, I will probably try to run the engine for a little bit. And I have an AccuCraft 260 butane-fired engine that runs decently well. I think there's some steaming problems with it, because it can't generate steam fast enough to continue to refill. It basically will do like 1 or 2 laps, and then it has to stop for 5 or 10 minutes and build up pressure. So I think there's something going on with the steaming on that thing that needs to be handled. Gosh, the snow's coming down pretty heavily. But hopefully in a few weeks here, the coal-fired engine will be getting to me. So for those who may also not know, I put a deposit down on the coal-fired AccuCraft C18, so it'll actually run on coal. So that's going to be super exciting to try out and see how that all goes. But that means that when it does arrive, we'll do an unboxing either on stream or on on the thing, and we'll kind of see how it goes. Check the tubes. I did check the tubes. I think it's an issue with how much butane it's burning. I think I need to try to fine-tune the actual nozzle for that, but we'll see. And Dwarf with another $10 saying they did the same thing with my dad's 10 years ago. Now he's a 3-time heart attack and 2-time stroke survivor. Don't mess around with this. Get checked out for blood clots. Get second and third opinions. Well, I definitely appreciate that, Dwarf. I know my family has a history of some stuff, so I'm going to be taking it easy and following up with my primary health care provider and seeing what I can do. And then Nevada County Railroad fan with $5 saying, due to your good pick of running a friend-shaped live stream in that last vid, here's 5 minutes off of my time. I like Nevada County Railroad engines. Well, thank you. So I guess that means I'm adding 10 minutes and then taking away 5, so I have to add 5 minutes. So
random question: are you? This service is kind of like online, right?
Yes.
I can't see it.
Okay. I will reload it here in a second. I'm going to get these cars in the interchange, and then I'll reload it here for you.
Like, the only 2 servers I can see in multiplayer are the Utah and Seattle, and the CUNT. That's all I can see.
Interesting. All right.
Very strange.
Well, let's reset this real quick then. So let's fix that real quick. And for those who are asking, yes, I have paused the timer while I reset this. I'm not a complete dunce. I'm just mostly a dunce. So let's reload this. That way we can get Fizz in here. Now, the other fun thing is, too, I have a plan now for how I'm going to be building the Garden Railroad. So, not saying I didn't have a plan before, but now that I have the temporary loop down, I definitely have more of a, this is what I'm going to do sort of thing. So, with that, as we load back into Railroader here, here's the basic plan. I'm currently using about a third of the garden bed, and that has probably maybe 100 foot, of track to deal with. But
See it, found it.
on the flip side, the main yard, the other parts of the line are all unbuilt. Now, I'm currently out of curve track. That is the main problem at the moment, is I don't have any curve track for expansion. I'm using all my curves that are 10-footers for the track I have. So, Angry's boss at the railroad actually was like, oh, hey, do you want to go to a hobby store over the winter break? Because we get the week between Christmas and New Year's paid off. And I'm like, sure. But then basically I'm now at like, oh, that means I'm going to spend some money because I'm probably going to buy, if they have any, the 10-foot diameter curves that I need for the layout. Because realistically, I need probably 2 more boxes of
Yeah, I've
of 10-foot curves.
For whatever reason it didn't patch, so yeah.
Gotcha.
Because I verified game files and found there's a file missing as well. So forgot to patch rail loader back in.
Gotcha. All right. But hopefully, whether it's Aristocraft Track, LGB, or Pico, I'm hopefully going to get the track I need, at least for the curves, in the next maybe 2-3 weeks. It really depends on when I get the bill from the hospital and how much that is. Because part of me thinks that hospital bill, even with the insurance I have, is going to be like, well, this sucks.
Oh, that is cool. I just loaded back into Railroader, and it's changed the main menu screen.
Yes. Lego Train Man, who works with CSAM and the folks over at WNCR, have done a lot of really cool stuff with this update. So,
that is fucking cool. Sorry for being blue, but like, oh my god.
Yeah. So, hopefully if I get 2 more boxes of that, it's probably going to set me back a couple $100, but it'll then allow me to build the part closest to the house and then get stuff going from there. So, I'll have to start that. Plus, the other thing that kind of, well, it doesn't necessarily suck because it's going to all be for the greater good.
The greater good.
The greater good is going to be, I got, thanks to my Secret Santa in another Discord server, I got a couple of rail joiners, the actual ones that screw track together. So that way, no matter if it's hot or cold out or if the ground shifts a little bit, the track will not go away. The track won't shift. So,
okay, first let me grab my detail and put it to 0. Fall through the ground.
Yes. And Kimmy Rose asking, is the snow mod the only mod you have? No, there's a ton of mods on here right now. Locomotive mods, car mods, track mods. We have a lot that's going on. We're currently showing off some switching that I have to do down at Whittier. Because I was trying to get this arranged, and I said, you know what, we'll just go ahead and start. So, and Andre Eckert saying, I think it's called Pico or Pico. I don't know what it is. It's Pico or Pico, but either way, it has 10-foot diameter curves, which is what I need for my railroad, and it's brass track, and that's what I'm using. And I'm going to wire it for both electric and for just dead rail, aka what you use for Livestream. ZVK Studios saying, is this one dollar for dollar? Yes, it is. And they've already punished / thanked me with over an hour of first person. So we have quite a bit that we're already starting off with here. How did I get the snow mod? Thankfully, we reached out to Lego, and Lego graciously offered to use it. CSAM sent it over. And here we are. And ZVK Studios with $10 saying, must inflict much pain. Well, thank you. Thank you for inflicting me pain. So, this snow mod's so freaking cool, though. And Crazy Spud, hello, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the fun stuff here.
I think it's freezing cold.
So, again, this mod should be coming out sometime in the near future, is what I was told. We don't have a date yet of when it'll be released, hopefully on the near side, but again, the folks over at WNCR and Lego were gracious enough to get Lego's permission for me to show it off tonight, and here we are running some snow trains. Even running some snow trains at night. I hope the screen's not too dark for people. I tried to think like it'd be kind of cool to run at night a little bit, so here we are. Or Pico, or Pecco, like the letter E. So, we'll see. Yes. Physicist, if you can go up at the top of the mountain is number 5, or number 6 7, maybe? No, number 4. Can you switch number 4 in?
Right?
In Kamari, yeah.
Yep. I'll do my best.
Thank you. Just to get those couple of ones up there.
Which is one of the few branches I don't have on my branch like Chaos Save.
Yes. I was frankly surprised by that. But, you know, 'tis what it is. Okay.
It is what it is.
Yep. And $5 from Nevada County Railroad fan saying, here's 5 more minutes off if you tell me where I can buy that friend-shaped Livestream model, you. So the Nevada County narrow gauge model is no longer produced by AccuCraft. However, I will put the AccuCraft listing in the stream here. You can get it on eBay. There's a eBay seller that has one of these engines. It's unlettered. It's the oil burning variant. However, you have to import it from Germany. And I will also say that I was very fortunate because I got mine for free, which was very generous of General to let me get that one for free out of the collection he ended up getting. But, you know, Livestream is not cheap. Livestream is a commitment because then you also have to get the butane, you have to get the distilled water, a lot of stuff. But I will still share it. Oh, they updated their website. Oh no, they didn't. I'm just dumb. Let's see. I'm trying to find it here on the other screen. Because again, it's one of the ones they used to have, but they don't have it anymore. Let's see if I can find it here, though. Ah, there it is. Okay. Thank you for your patience as we get closer up to this car to couple it up. And why am I'm probably staring at it in the face, and it's like staring back at me, like giving me the finger. There it is. Going in the YouTube chat. That is the model. And then also putting the link to the YouTube listing for the engine. Basically the same one I have. But if you want to purchase it, it's going to cost you about $4,000. So, yeah. Let's see. Share. Link. Put that back here. And there's the eBay listing for one if you want to see it again. That's going to be in the YouTube chat. Sorry, Discord, or not Discord. Twitch. And hold on, I missed something here. Hey, is the counter at 2 hours or 1 minute left? It is at 1 hour, 7 minutes, and 18 seconds. So, Dead Soul, hello. Do you think Railroader could run on a laptop? Yes, I know people that run Railroader on laptops. Now, I would recommend a laptop that's designed for gaming, but is considerable, or comparable to it. So this car we have here is the parts car. So we're going to go ahead and move the parts car over. That way we can continue to fix up all of the equipment we have here at Whittier. Because, dear Lord, do we have a lot to fix up at Whittier.
Yeah, sorry about that. I still look back on the Chaos LR. I'm just like, how on earth did that happen?
Yeah.
TLDR for people in chat that weren't there. Game physics be wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And think I'm caught up on stuff. Yeah, even with tariffs, I suspect shipping from Germany would be expensive. I would expect that. And let's see. Do you think you're just going to put it on a shelf? Yeah, these locomotives are meant to run. I mean, if you wanted to put it on a shelf, I mean, go nuts. But these are made to run, and you can bet your sweet ass the moment I get that coal-fired engine, we're going to run the crap out of it. So that's going to be fun. Let's see. I don't know, 4 grand, so never mind. Okay. Did you know the Fontana line is compatible with Epps Springs? I'm not surprised.
It is. And I've been using the Fontana line on Tier 1. It is so relaxing just having... Because here's the thing. It has... You know how you get the house track occasionally just sport... You know, you get just something from the interchange. You know, for the house tracks and stuff. The Fontana line has that for pulpwood loading sidings. Combine that with some kind of madness, and there's a non-zero chance that you get stuff for, say, you know, Fontana or Marcus or Ritter to load up pulpwood, and then suddenly it goes, oh hey, do you want us to send this to the paper mill or to silver paperboard and stuff? It's like, sweet. That makes things a lot more relaxing.
Yeah, I thought about adding the Fontana line, but I figured just we already have so much going on and we only have like 4 people max who run this save. It probably would make more sense to just continue to run this save as it is. Have you seen Avatar Blue People? I have not seen the latest Avatar movie. I did do the Avatar ride at Disneyland when I was down there a few weeks ago. But let's see. Can I make this turntable spin? Yes, I can.
Spin.
All right.
You know, since we're talking about the game a bit, feel free to show those screenshots of the map on my branch line chaos save that I sent in the Discord.
I don't know if I'll be able to show it off on the stream here, but definitely go check it out in the Discord if you haven't already seen it. And also, Solaris, the Long Haul Rail fan, with the $20 donation saying, hey, Angry, a good mode if everyone's interested. The DuPont plant in Old Hickory, Tennessee, just outside of Nashville. This area would have around 20 to 50 miles of track just inside of its property. Holy heck, that would be impressive. And thank you for the $20. I guess that means that there's another $20 I need to account for in the timer here. So we'll get rolling with that here.
Out of money.
Yes. Close that door. You're letting the heat out. Close the door. Oh, well. All right. So.
But yeah, for those who don't have access to the Discord, imagine, if you will, all the different various branch line edition mods on the Nexus that adds, you know, extra branch lines to this game. Now imagine you're the fool that decides, hey, let's see if I can fit every single one of them into one save. And then it works.
Thank you, Solaris.
And then you're sitting there like, cool, I've just made this branch line to its own class 1.
All right, Kirkland looks like it's under control at the moment. Let's take a look around. We could do a little bit over at Tuckasegee, but I think we're probably going to wait for it to get daylight. There is one thing we should run, though. So I'm going to quickly just stop this engine on the turntable lead here, and we're going to go fly over to Bryson. And the reason we have to go to Bryson is we have to run some cars up from Bryson to Walker to get some pulpwood. So
Pulpwood.
Let's hop over here. Because we should have number 3. Ah, there's number 3. Our punky little 280. We also need to move the 425 because 425 was running some stuff for us, but now needs to be put to bed Because Midland is A, not here, and B, we are a freight railroad, damn it. Okay.
But then how will the workers get to and from their Christmas parties at the steel mill?
They need to know better than to be out in this weather.
Well, you have to remember, the steel mill's got a giant blazing furnace to keep warm at.
But the people can't get to that giant blazing furnace somehow. Think about it like that.
They can if you run the passenger train.
Well, too bad freight.
Yeah, Amtrak isn't a thing yet. Yeah, we have to do our jobs and run our passenger trains for now.
Did I just literally spin it the... Nope, I'm good now. Okay. And Michael 593 Newfie Bullet. Hello, Angry. Just wishing your family and friends a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. I really enjoy your streams. Look forward to more in the new year. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I am also looking forward to all the shenanigans we'll get up to in the new year. Probably a lot of them related to live steam locomotives. So let's be frankly honest here. So I will definitely check that out, Solaris. God, I'm just so excited about live steam for next year. Like, I'm probably going to meet up with General in about 2 or 3 weeks. General has a couple of cars that I had bought that I need to pick up from him. And that is going to be my Bumblebee San Juan passenger car set, which I think I've showed off on stream. But if not, your boy Ragtimer got a set of Bumblebee colored San Juan cars. So there's that. Let's see if I can get this. And thank you, Bro Train, for showing the link there. Okay, is this engine getting fixed up at all? Yes, you are. But let's just go ahead and uncouple you. We're going to move you over just to get you out of the way here.
Quick question. The $20 Solaris gave, is that to add money? Or
that was the takeaway. They said to reduce, so we're only at about half an hour of first person now.
Hallelujah.
So, yeah, I'll get this engine out of the way here. So this was our other small engine. Do you think anyone will make the Union Pacific G-Tails for the fun of it? I mean, at the rate people are making stuff, God knows if they will or not.
All hail the snow train.
Yes. Yep. Did we ever find out what the general is the general of? He's the general of chaos and disarray. So, we'll see. What the heck was I talking about before? Yeah, so I'm going to see General in a few weeks. And that'll be nice to see him and also get those Bumblebee cars. So that'll be fun. And hopefully around that same time is when I'll be getting or getting at least an update on the coal-fired engine. So I can't wait. Like, it's going to be fun building the layout. It's going to be fun, you know, getting... Holy crap! $100 from...
What?
From Dwarf, a.k.a. James. Here 100 minutes. Oh, my God. Well, thank you. Screw you. But thank you. So let's see. That's 30, 60, 90, 100.
Yeah, you said bad things about passenger service.
Does that also mean I have to run a passenger train here, Dwarf? I will if you're gonna if you say so. I can't ignore a kind gesture like that. Well, thank you. But let me know if I need to run the passenger train, and I will run the passenger train. We do need to run pulpwood, but I will run the passenger train for you if that is what you so choose.
What was it? The 9 p.m. Kamari, stopping all stations Bryson to Kamari?
And I got an up to you. Well, I know that I need to get the pulpwood running, so let's run the pulpwood. And then if you change your mind by that point, Dwarf, then we'll run the passenger. But we got to get the freight running, because otherwise Bryson Briquette's just going to get frozen up.
On the passenger?
What was that?
What number locos on the passenger?
425.
I've got a 10 car up at the power plant that only has 890 gallons left, so I might as well wait up here and let that tick over and just run 425.
Wait, you only have 120 gallons left on your what?
No, one of the oil tankers up at the power plant is about.
Oh, okay. I thought you said you only had that much water left in the tank. I'm like, do you know there's water towers up there? But
do you think I'd be this calm if I only had that much water?
Well, Solaris, I appreciate it. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, we can also name a locomotive after you, Dwarf, so you can make the call. Either we can run some passenger for you, or we'll name a locomotive after you in here. But thank you.
Okay, I like how you use the Boonton coaches. I've recently started using them, and they're so good. Particularly if you're buying used market only, because then you get mixed scratch set stuff.
And
So
OB442 asking Angry, would you run a Shea locomotive if there was one in the game? Abso-freaking-lutely. If you're new here, I love me some Shea. I love me some geared steam. Cass is like peak. If there were Shays, I would probably be stuck on the logging lines all day, just running Shays up and down those hills, imitating the Cass whistles.
Oh, I just realized this is the first time I've actually seen Bryson. Nice.
Yeah. Angry would like a good Shay. Yes, I would. Frankly, I'm also... call it the Angry has way too many wants and too many desires. But... apparently Obi's working on a Shay and just recently got the animation to work on it. That's cool. I hope that goes well, because I would love to try it out at some point. Should buy the worst locomotive in the game and name it Richard Jennings. I am missing the reference on that, but...
I mean, no matter what locomotive it is, we can be sure it'll be a dick.
Yeah. And, the Discord link should be in the video description. If it's not already popping up. But if the link's outdated, I can always generate another one and we'll update it here. But it should be good. Yeah, Shay makes Angry feel better. AccuCraft did make a Shay. Specifically, the AccuCraft, what is it? They made a 3-truck Shay, I think, in a... Oh, that is in the way. I can't get out of the way.
Oh, I'm about to depart.
Okay, so I had to get this... Oh, you have 425. Okay. Okay, cool. I'll just wait for you to get out of the way. I will definitely go check it out, Obi. So, I don't want to look as you have, but a large mic would be nice, and name it Big Pike. Do we have a big mic? I don't know if we do.
All hell, the big mic.
So, Yeah, it looks like the shays that AccuCraft has in Livestream are all Class B 2-truck shays. But they did make a West Side Lumber Company one that is electric. They do have a Heisler, the West Side Lumber Company number 3 Heisler, and then they also have a 2-truck Climax in Livestream, which is freaking awesome. And I need the K66 mic. I don't think I have that one installed right now, actually. The next shay we get, or not next shay, the next mic we get, I will make sure to name that after that here, Big Dwarf. But yeah, like the shays look pretty cool. But again, they did one in, what is it? Oh, I can switch that out while I'm here. Actually, let me wait for those 2 cars to click over, because I can just move a whole bunch of them at once. But, yeah. There's a couple of really cool Livestream engines that would be fun to get from AccuCraft, but that's starting to get on that point of, like, is AngryRagtimer getting greedy? I'm just very thankful for what I have, and I'm thankful for you guys for also coming along on the journey for all of this. So, thank you. I still would love a K, like a K28 or a K36 in Livestream. That would be awesome. They did make the K28s in Livestream in coal-fired, which would be awesome. I could get like the 473 in the Bumblebee paint. I wonder. Let's see. Let's see what happens with heavy snow. Still says the link's expired. I will try to get a link for y'all. Let's see here. Try this one.
Woohoo! We got diesel fueling sand.
Hooray! That exists now. God, this little engine is like working its heart out going up here. At least it feels like it is. Yeah, it's definitely coming down now. Look at all that snow. We will definitely get the big mic here in a bit. We just need to... There's so much going on this railroad.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we can pay down some of the debt. There we go.
Paying down the debt?
Yep. Is it called the Chill House? Yes, it is Angry's Chill House. That indeed would be it. God, this is... Lego has really outdone himself with this one. This is awesome. It's really cool. But yeah, I know I keep foaming about Livestream, but it's cool.
91 cars with underfill waybills at the steel mill. Holy hell.
We'll see what Angry's Chill House also doesn't work. Huh.
Weird.
Huh. I'll look into that. I'll try to see what I can figure out here. But I know people are using the links because I've had people join, so. Yep. You want to see more friend-shaped live stream videos? Well, I will say I probably won't be running the live Steam engine for a few more days. Tomorrow it's actually supposed to snow, but it's going to get to a high of 50 at some point. The problem is I don't want to run the thing if it's too cold out. You know? Alright, we're almost up at the top here. But Nevada County Railroad fan, you bet your butt I will be running more of the live Steam. I'm going to try to see if I can get an actual stream of it going while we're running. But, you know, if it's too cold, I don't want to run it. Oh, I have to drain the boiler on that, too. I know what I'm doing after stream, but,
I mean, I know what I'm doing after stream. Looks like the Penzi locomotives are starting to come out.
Well, I think there's at least one Penzi engine up here now. Okay. So we are now at the point where we need to actually start backing up on the grade. And JSJ is here. Hello, JSJ. But I need to put a Wi-Fi extender in my backyard because when I do, then I'll actually be able to live stream out of the backyard so y'all can follow along with the live stream adventures.
Nice.
Yeah. How's Angry doing? Angry is doing okay. So. Yeah, and the engine I have downloaded looks like it's the M1s, the mountains.
Sweet.
Let me guess, JSJ is at work right now, which means that JSJ is tuning in while at work. And hey, we've made it under 2 hours for the first person penalty. Hooray!
Woohoo!
If only I hadn't, made fun of the passenger train.
For shame.
For shame. Yeah, it looks like a whole different game. It's Winter Railroad Simulator 2025.
Let it brown, let it brown, let it brown.
So.
Knowing our luck, that's exactly what the locos will do.
Okay. Now, if I remember correctly... Oh, these are all set for the wrong place, but... Let's see here. Okay. Not this one. We want this track. And we want to go in there. And there for the first ones. Okay. Here we go. I think this is the right track we need to be on. Coming a little hot, but you know. It's what needs to happen. Okay. Yeah, the snow mod should be awesome when it goes public, but... Okay. Okay, come on. Oh yeah, I forgot these cars were super borked. Well, it's a good thing they're captive service cars. Okay. Let's get this crack-a-lack in here. And where's that air hose? Crack that soldier boy. Okay.
I will be right back. Make myself a cup of coffee. The passenger train is on AI up to Kamari.
Alrighty. Yeah. But the other fun thing is too, I think I told people on here, I forget. I'm just all excited about Livestream. So the guy who built my turntable is also building me a Osier style water tower, a Chama coal tower, and a Chama sand house. So, you know, no ETA on that, but I'll have a few more buildings that'll be on the layout here in hopefully a few months to a year. So that'll be super exciting to have. I was right, there was 10 cars. Sweet. Okay. Let's make sure there's a handbrake on each one of ours. Okay. Let's get back in the head honcho seat here. So, as it stands right now, we have our cars at Walker getting loaded up because we're going to need to take those down to there. Who's building the roundhouse? I am building the roundhouse, but I need to get my rear end gear to actually finish building that. So that's going to be a potentially over the winter break. I'll keep cracking away at that, so we'll see. Now, the other thing we do need to do, we do have some switching we could do at the steel mill. As long as you guys can see on the stream, we may just keep doing that at night here. Because night ops. And Scott the Clone Animation saying, I have a question, should I use the Kamari branch line? Yes. It's called the Whittier branch line on Nexus, but it's a lot of fun. We enjoy using it, so I would definitely recommend it. Who's building the roundhouse? Is me. The guy who is building the turntable, or built the turntable, and then is building the other stuff, is Pacific Coast Garden Railway Supply. So, they have a website. Go check it out. If you need garden railway stuff, consider reaching out to them. So, yep. What am I building in Bryson? Not building anything, but in Bryson, we have to bring charcoal, not charcoal, but what is this wood? We didn't get the wood from up here to Bryson Briquette. Okay, and we have plenty of water and coal. So we'll go ahead and just head down the hill. And Mario Zagas, welcome. Glad to see you again. You know, I think we're going to go and make a run to here because we can get some stuff for. Yeah, we can take some stuff to one place or another. We can at least clear that out a bit. And looks like we finally are getting stuff. Okay, cool. You meant the mods for the Bryson area. That is a private mod that we were given access to. So that's a private one. I don't know if it'll ever go public or not, but was given permission to show it off on stream. And yes, Mario, it is snowing. Let's see. So most of the Bryson stuff, we'll get that switched out because then that'll get us some signals, which I feel like we desperately need on the line over here. So we'll get that done. We'll basically back up to Bryson. We'll go up to Gov Island. We'll get the cars for the blue interchange out of the way. And then we'll consider running a train, or maybe I'll have physicists get the cars over to East Whittier so they can get switched out and sent on their merry way. Yes, 'tis the season. It 'tis. It's a little sharp of a curve, but you know. Pulpwood, that's what it was, Nevada County Railroad fan. Thank you. And DK Muggy asking on Twitch, hey Angry, is that Lego Trainman snow mod? Yes, it is. Lego gave permission to use it earlier, so we are very thankful to Lego and the team over at WNCR for letting us show it off a little bit early before it has its public release. And of course, when it does get released, we'll make sure we link to it in the server. And if you're not already a member of the WNCR server, give them some love. They stream 2 or 3 nights a week. They do some member stuff, and they've got some really cool things going on. So, and Backroad Believer, hello, good to have you here. Angry need added a special thing like highlight my message. I don't know what you mean by that, Trainman 5550. Also, hello. And then Slider 69 saying, does having signals help the automatic waypoint engineers from not running into train tracks being used? Yes, it does. They actually follow signals. So that's why I want to get some signals on here. A, because we use that track a lot. B, it's cool to use. And C, I just think it would help us with the amount of AI trains and stuff we do. So. And then is anyone else having an issue with Thomas Valley Expanded and Bjorn's East Whittier Overhaul? Bjorn's East Whittier is what we're currently using. Whoa. There we go. Need to watch how fast I come in the yard. Because otherwise I would highball through the yard. Okay, so we'll get over there. But I've never used the Thomas Valley Expanded along with Bjorn's East Whittier, so I can't give you any support on that one here. And when are they going to release the K4? It looks like the K4 just...
The Thomas Valley Thomas Valley Industries works. Thomas Valley Extended doesn't. Because the first link to cross over the river is just too close to, you know, like little like a mini yard on the Thomas Valley side of East Whittier right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a little bit too close, and so both the entrance to the bridge on that side and the exit from that mini yard have the dreaded like junction but no switch problem. Essentially closing up everything east of Thomas Valley to us. And
Trainman, more words, more Twitch viewers. I have not really spent a lot of time trying to figure out the Twitch stuff, so certainly if people are willing to help with that or give some suggestions, I'm all ears. Can't diagnose it while on stream, but can do it off stream. Either DM me on Discord or post in the Discord somewhere or in like a YouTube chat somewhere. And then Pacific Northwest Railroad are saying, hey, Angry, I have a handful of 3D mods. There's a Shea one. There's a bigger one. I'm not going to spoil the exact type, but I don't know how to code, and I was wondering if you knew anyone that could help. Unfortunately, I do not know anyone who can code, so I wish I could help you out on that one, but I am not the right person to ask. I'm computer literate to a point, and then I'm completely illiterate. That's how I always tell people. Okay. I highball my triple GP9s. Nice. What was I saying about the K4? The K4 mod is on. It's on Nexus right now.
Ooh. Okay, my train's in a snag. Who left number 6 on the foul?
I don't know.
Number 425 just crashed into the front of it.
I don't know.
Who used number 6 last?
And yes, don't forget to like the stream. Appears my live stream is on private mode. It is not on private mode. It is definitely on public, and I just double checked that. So I don't know what you are referencing there. It is definitely public on both Twitch and YouTube. All right, let's get this switched out real quick. So let's get this going here. Okay. So we're going to go ahead. These interchange cars, we'll switch out which interchange they're going to go to in a moment. But I just need to get the last car in the thingamabobber here for the signals, because that'll certainly help us out quite a bit. What is the best mod for Gov's Island and Walker area? I mean, we're biased. We're going to say the steel mill. But, you know. But, I mean, to each their own. I know there at one point were some logging ones over there. There was a racetrack at some point that someone had made. I mean, there's a whole bunch you can do. But right now, we're big fans of the steel mill, which, yes, we will get to. I know people want to see Ragtimer suffer trying to switch that in first person. So, we'll get there. Just trying to get some other stuff done in the meanwhile. In fact, we probably will have to go... Yeah, we have to go there next after this. Kirkland has some stuff we could bring down, but I'd rather have a big train from Kirkland. And then looks like the wood is finally unloading at the thingamabobber there. We could run a through train. Do people want to see like a through train where we have to take the cars over to the Eastwood interchange and then come back with all the stuff for Epps Springs? Maybe we should do that, and then we'll get to the steel mill, because the steel mill, of course, is going to take up a lot of time, and it's going to be a whole thing. So, let me know in the comments, because I am trying to keep up with the chat and everything here. So we'll see. But that also allows us to see the whole line in the snow, which will be nice. And Nevada County Railroad fan, I appreciate that, but I know some people out there will still be like, no, Ragtimer needs to earn his keep. Ragtimer needs to suffer because Ragtimer is Ragtimer. So let's see this
just
car.
Because it's got such a fun doesn't mean you have to suffer all the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can just southern.
Yes. Okay. Alrighty. Yeah, only if you use Shrimpy is it suffering. AR Branchline or Kirkland? I love Kirkland. So, coal. Roll the coal.
I mean, now that I know that the branchline chaos save can work, it might be interesting, to try like a historical branchline thing where there are some branch lines, but only branch lines that are supposed to emulate or restore historical branch lines that did come off the Murphy branch, such as the Fontana line and AR branch line. I mean, I'm not sure how realistic the AR branch line is, but I know the Fontana line at least tries to put everything where it realistically would be, except for the fact that the dam's also modeled in games, so they have to essentially shift it over a little bit to make it work. But yeah, it's something that's fun.
Okay, let's go back and get those cars. Yeah, I think we're gonna do through trains for the moment. We're gonna do a through train to pick up stuff for East Whittier, and then we'll do one that comes back for Epps Springs just to get those loaded up, and then we'll tackle the mine of coal. No, the steel mill. And Solar is saying military outposts would be a good idea for a mod at the siding heading east just before the tunnel with a short pulp. Oh, you're talking about a Hemingway, I think. Either Hemingway or Cowie. That could be cool. I think there is a mod for like a logging branch out in there that way, because I think it's on your map, Fizz.
Yes. Let's see. I've got. Well, let me look at the list on my test map. I've got the AR branch line, the East Whittier overhaul paper mill and revamp sawmill, the steel mill, Thomas Valley Industries, just the base, the Fontana line, Epps Springs interchange, the Osprey branch, which splits off at Cowie and goes up to Osprey and Old Ashton, the Jackson branch, which I believe splits off Silver and goes to Webster, the Graham County branch, which turns that pulpwood spur that's normally at the top of the Nantahala Grade into its own railway, almost said road. The Phipps branch, which adds a branch just before where the Fontana line links in right before Fontana Bridge, which has like a port and everything. I've got a few industries along the Alaka branch to upgrade that to absurdity. I've got the hump yard at Silver Interchange, including the yard asset thing from CLB to make it actually do a hump thing. The West Bryson Industries, the Nations Creek logging branch, which comes off of Wilmette, but I've actually had a look at it, and the curves on some of that are way too tight for anything other than Shrimpy to go up. Like physically, the G16 and T17 cannot make it through those curves without derailing. You can only use Shrimpy and nothing else.
That is terrifying and sad in many respects.
Yeah. And then I've got various micro industries around the map, like, Bryson Briquette, Hefflinger's Produce, which turns that little stub next to Bryson House Track into its own industry, Wilson Sulfuric Acid, the Hemingway logging branch, which adds a thing there, West Alaka Junction Industries, expand Tatham's, expand Robinson, expand... Yeah, if there's a track mod, yes, it's added.
Yep. And was someone you were working on? Locals. I believe it was Marquette Creations was working on that, because that's some of the stuff that might have got. And I do not know what you just spazzed out about on
Winter mod.
Ah, it's out.
Apparently, it's officially dropped.
2 minutes ago. Yeah.
Apparently. View all. They published. Yep, as of 2 minutes ago. Grab it. Everyone grab it.
Well, I guess my timing was impeccable there.
Yes.
It's good.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, the snow mod is out.
All hail the snow mod.
Okay, so that's there. All right.
Okay, 300 gallons left on that oil tanker at the power plant. Slowly getting there.
Yes. Let me update the video description with the link for... All right. I have updated the description for the video that has a link to the snow mod. All right. Go, little train, go. Whistle mods, there's a whole bunch. I would say find your favorite railroad in one of those packs and then go nuts. Okay. Bryson is all set right now. Let's go to the steel mill and get some cars to take to the interchange, and then we also could take some stuff up to Kirkland. And thank you to Wild Turtle Gaming and DK Muggy for following on Twitch.
The mod's so new that when I went to send it to Heist and his content suggestions, it went, "Is mod's currently not available?" It's that new.
Finally a purpose for the snowplow mod, yes.
Yes.
All right. All right, time to run in the snow. So we're going to make 2 stops on the way. We're going to stop at the steel mill, and then we're going to stop at Kirkland. So we'll get that going. Let me make sure that switch is set for us. Yes. And then we have to go around, yeah.
Angry.
That's
What's
me.
the tonnage rate for the passenger train to get out of Kamari?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Because right now it's approaching the tunnel into Kamari at 12 miles an hour.
Yay!
It's right on the limit.
Okay. My laptop is breaking. They're so new. Stellaris, I don't stream in Discord usually. I just stream on YouTube and Twitch.
Now, I know the parlor car's on the end. Do you want me to spin that around, put it on the other end, or do you want me to just chuck it in reverse once I get to Kamari?
Whatever you feel is best.
Cool.
Yep. Bell mods,
I
the WNCR whistle or bell replacer works really well.
I guess in that case, for some reason, the 777 got a European-style cab car in the 1950s. Which would probably explain why we have so much debt.
I mean, we have so much debt because I bought all those locomotives and stuff. And all those cars.
And the cab car, too.
Okay.
Alright, we have 41 tons of coal up here. Plenty.
That would be helpful if I have my headlight on. Small problems.
Oh, you mean the deadlight?
Yeah. And me and Metal Mike, hello. It looks like Autism Locomotive Works also dropped the plow mod. Excellent.
Excellent.
And for those of you who are watching on Twitch, if you are an Amazon Prime member, you can actually subscribe to the channel for free. You get a monthly complimentary Twitch subscription that comes with your Amazon Prime. And you have to re-up it every month, but if you choose to use that towards the Ragtimer, it does support me, so thank you. Alright, and we are arriving at Governor Island, or Gov Island.
Now arriving at track 4. Board?
God, I can't see shit with all this snow.
Can't see shit in Detroit.
No one can. It's okay. Okay. Yes, Mod Scober.
Apparently, a friend of mine's railroader safe has about 12 gigabytes of mods.
I mean, that's almost as bad as this one. Mine is about 8.
Mm.
And Arctic Grey Wolf is here. Hello,
my
Arctic.
branch line chaos mod pack is smaller than yours. There's
Look,
so
it's
many
not
more
about the
industries,
size of it. It's how you use it. Hit.
Fine then. New Year's Eve, we play on the branch line chaos save to get the new year started.
I don't know where I'll be on New Year's. How did I get all the snow enabled? Once you have it downloaded, you do /weather and then you add what weather type you have. So, oh boy, there is lag with the steel mill. Okay.
Now would be a good time to get more RAM and better GPU for my computer, but given the current market and what's about to happen, yeah, it's now.
I have to wait for the AI bubble to pop.
Yes. Like, again, I'm probably going to freak out anyone here who is at least a veteran of PC building. I am running this game on a GTX 970 graphics card. For anyone who's not in the know, that graphics card's over a decade old. And I'm running this game with all the mods on it. I have a problem.
You know, I probably shouldn't be going this fast across the switches, but you know.
Probably.
Oh boy. Come on, gentle. Gentle.
Firmly grasp it. Firmly grasp it!
Okay, now I have to find that damn broken link somewhere in here. This is going to be annoying.
PC would have prevented this.
There's that. Now where's my handbrake? It's on my ammonia car. Okay. All right, so that'll get us to there. We'll get the cars that we need to drop off at Kirkland on the rear. And then we'll take care of doing this grand switch out. Or what the kids might call a pro gamer move. Man, it'll be nice in an hour and a half when I don't have to be in first person for all this, and y'all can see the engines running in third person.
What's that? Another $100?
Oh boy.
Huh, I just noticed that. There's absolutely no sound of anything in game.
Yes.
Like, environment-wise. Like, usually even at night you hear, like, you know, the owls hooting and stuff like that. It's like, there's nothing.
Okay.
To be fair, the idea of snow, you know, around me is weird because, you know, Australian.
You don't have real weather down there.
Uh-huh.
All weather is fake to Australia.
Not if you're in Melbourne, it isn't.
I stand by my previous statement.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, come on, nice and gentle. Oh, that's gonna be a hitch. Hey! Some cars got some damage, and they can deal with it. Okay. Now I've got a 53 car train with Connie, so that's gonna be cool. Okay. What's your present location?
Kimari.
Then I will not run into you. Perfect. All right. As the young kids once said, highball.
He's gonna highball through the yard.
Oh, I will. And you'll like it. And you have 2 locomotives on your railroad. You know what you need to get next? Get a Mikado. Always get a Mikado. When in doubt, Mikado.
Let's see. What's the usual I go for? I start with the G16 and the T17. I usually get the C25 as my next one. Then usually a small shunter, so switcher, to stay at Bryson. Used to be just the S23, now I almost always get Shrimpy. Because, you know, it is amazing how much that tiny little thing can do. After that, I usually get the T22, because by that point I usually need to upgrade my passenger service, because the T17 just can't cut it anymore. And then what do I usually get after the T22? I think it used to be a K35, but now it's the logging mic with the Vanderbilt tender I go with now. And then after that, I go with the Southern H4, like the C37.
The H4.
After that, yes, Southern H4. It's in-game as a C37 consolidation. It's another one of the locos that I believe, alongside the T22, is somewhat prototypical to the line, but I don't know for certain. I know the T22 is. I'm not sure about the C37.
We're going to go ahead and reset all the switches behind us to make sure there's no...
The most powerful loco I usually get is usually around the 40,000 mark, just because that starts reaching like the high limit of how powerful our locomotives here were. So it makes a nice challenge.
Yes, we would get stuck at Lizard Head. Your 2884 was doing 55. Jeez. Yes, Bandit, that's exactly right. Need a heavy freight engine, Mikado. Need a passenger engine, Mikado. Switcher, Mikado. Logger, Mikado. Always Mikado.
Ah. No love for the Connies?
I mean, I'm using a Connie right now, but still, Mikado. Mikado superiority. Actually, that's a good point. It's snowing outside. Why do I have my windows open?
Because you want to feel just like you are in game?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean in-game windows?
Yes. Need to stay warm.
You can't tell I have Wolfman, right?
Okay. Hopefully nothing's here at Ela. Hopefully nothing's here at Ela. Hopefully nothing's here at Ela. Otherwise, this is gonna be awkward. Okay. All right, let's go ahead, get these windows closed up here. We're after gonna go a little bit to get past this. Ah, the tender. All right, we're good now. Okay.
Looks like I'm just about set for a 9:30 departure from Kamari.
Okay. Stop the train. All right, let's see how long it takes to recharge the air on this puppy.
12 hours later.
Gonna let me up on this hopper here? Maybe? Possibly? This is I'm fine, I'll just ride the coupler. It's the safest place anyways. Oh great, Kenosha starts playing the moment I start shoving in first person on the hill.
Oof.
Yeah. So what are people's plans for the holidays? Is anyone visiting family? Are you staying at home? Are you celebrating big? Are you celebrating not at all? Like, what's your plan? Share in the chat.
Well, I'm gonna go meet with family at my uncle's place, about half an hour away. It's the middle of summer, so it'll probably be a barbecue, although the weather looks a bit drizzly for the day.
Nice.
So yeah.
Some people are staying
Overall,
home.
Overall, it's gonna be nice and relaxing.
Some people are skipping Christmas. Some people are just staying home and playing. Oh, the Switch is set. Wrong. There we go. And now we're fine.
That will be my fault because I set that back to normal earlier, thinking someone left it unswitched. Mainly because I have a policy of always trying to remember to normalize my switches when I leave them. Oops.
Yes. Looks like a fair mix from a lot of people. All right, let's get the cut lever moved a little bit back here. So. And that's awesome, KFC Gaming. Spend time with the family and get a Christmas gift for my sister and her kids. Some people are getting stuff for their bikes. Some people are getting stuff for themselves.
Alright, now to see if 425 can push this train up the grade out of Kamari.
425, return to Steam.
Yes. I'll probably come through Ellen in the next 15 minutes, so as long as you don't go into the main, you should be clear.
Yeah. Okay. It feels like I'm only going 40 or 20 miles an hour, and I feel like that's slow. I've got this thing wide open, and I'm only going 20 backwards. Man. Once we get up to Kirkland, I may take a quick break to get a refresh on my water, too. Because I am probably dehydrated. Yeah, kids don't get
dehydrated on
COVID. COVID
physicists.
sucks. It makes you tired. Yeah. I mean, if I had a flex capacitor, I would need to do 88, but I'm shoving up a like 2% grade with 53 cars, almost 1,400 tons. Yeah, good thing I don't have wheel slip. See, that's why I can't wait for Century of Steam, because it's going to have everything. So that'd be really fun. Go inside the British snowplow. Interesting. Okay, we're almost to Kirkland. And this stuff is all going on the Kirkland track, which looks like we also got some more hoppers we can take downhill with us. So we'll have a nice big old train that we can do here. Okay. You think the COS will be out next year? I'm guessing 2027. And sorry, I have to go into first person for a quick second. Okay, I'm on the right track. Good. Good. Just wanted to make sure. Okay. Oh, we've slowed down to 14 miles an hour going uphill.
Ooh.
Well, we'll make it. Especially because we're dropping off a lot of hoppers. It'll work out just fine for us.
What's the worst that can happen?
Yeah. All right, we'll go ahead and slow down. I'm not going to worry about getting the cars that are all back here. 'Cause there's 3 or 4 cars I could get, but I think instead we're just going to get these hoppers that are on the ready-to-go track. That is the official name for that track. That is not just something that I just kind of spur of the moment said, but you know. Should you use Kirkland? Is the sky blue? Yes.
Well, it depends. The question is, which version of Kirkland do you want to use? Do you want to give yourself trouble and have to manually load each hopper and slowly drag it through?
God, no.
Or do you want to just have it be an early game, essentially an early game Super Robinson?
Do it. Do it.
Oh, Ragtimer.
Yeah?
If you think Kirkland's big, have you seen the Cherokee mine on the AR branch line?
I have not.
Don't freak out while I'm about to tell you, but do you know how many cars the entire branch line takes if everything's at tier 5?
Nope.
1,000.
Huh.
Every day.
I'm just thankful we did not get punished to go tier 5 on both Kirkland and the steel mill.
Merry Christmas, yes you are.
No, I'm not.
Yes you are. Quick, donate money.
I said it once and I'll say it again. I think we set it at $250 to go straight to tier 5.
That's cumulative, right?
No, that was
$250 over the entire
one
group?
drop. That was one drop. Because last time we were at the Wheel of Death or the Wheel of Pain, and we decided to make stuff cumulative for just that stream. Because I really don't want to do tier 5 on Kirkland and the steel mill. I almost feel like Kirkland I could live with if it was tier 5 because it's just long coal trains, but the steel mill with all the switching Holy shit, that would be such a pain in the ass to do that.
I mean,
Heath Nielsen, so you're saying, do you want it to be a coal road or not? We're already a coal road. We're a coal and iron road, which all good railroads should be. Example, East Broad Top.
Could be worse, Angry.
But...
yeah. At least you're running Kirkland without some kind of madness causing half the cars to go to other industries on the map.
That is true. Okay. I'm going to learn from my mistake. I'm not going to dump the entire train when I load this. So, let's...
You're going to dump half the train.
Nope. This... Oh, God, I'm in the water. I'm frozen. Oh, God, I'm down. And Solaris, you're making me nervous a little bit. Because you would be the kind of person to just be like, yeah, fuck it, let's do this. And all I say is, please no.
Trankins.
Okay. Let's go ahead and get the handbrakes off. Get the handbrakes.
Oh, and if anyone in chat understood that joke, probably time to take your painkillers.
Okay, looks like it's going to be a minute or two before... Oh, God, I fell in the water again. God damn it. Will you let me up on the side of this hopper? Please, 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 please. Fine, fuck you. Looks like it's going to take us a moment to recharge the air on this thing. Because
I thought you said you weren't going to dump it.
Well, no, it was one of those things where... God damn it, I fell down the hill.
Sounds like someone's been taking a bit too much eggnog.
I have not had any eggnog tonight. I almost feel like...
Tonight?
How do you make snowfall? / weather snow. Okay. Let's go ahead. We'll wait for this to charge back up. While we're waiting, I'm going to... It's A-OK, Solaris. I'm going to quickly step away and get the... Give me some more water. I'll be right back. So, as they say, we'll be right back.
It's just lightning round.
No one do anything dumb while I'm away. Literally, I'll be gone for like 30 seconds to a minute. This is just you can tell them a story. I don't know about what, but you tell them.
Says it, no, my fridge is not for sale. Stop that joke. No. Okay, what's chat saying? Ah yes, get out the clone animations, yes. Moguls are good. Not as good as Connie's though. No, Obby, it isn't. And no, I don't need to catch it. You know, I've got a pot of chicken soup being slow though, so at least I'll have a nice dinner. Back road, the Alina is currently working on one, but it's still in heavy testing stage. It looks like the passenger train's now arriving into Whittier, so that's good. Taking the road to Isengard. Yes, I recently watched the trilogy again. Man, I mean, back there are still ways to get it. Yeah, it's just that you have to be a bit sneaky. Yeah, and I say this as someone that, you know, had issues with Trojan Load from day one, but now I'm a bit of a hypocrite and I'm now using it.
Okay, I come back and the chat is saying weird shit. What the heck, people?
It's not the weirdest.
Is a frog's asshole tight when it swims? Who the fuck says that?
Wait,
Sorry.
hold on. Where the hell is that? I'm just looking at the YouTube.
That was YouTube. That was Apex Doom.
The last message I see from Apex is heavy snow will also use utilities though. What?
Yeah. This makes me gravely concerned. Is there a light in here?
Yeah. Mainly people asking what the alternatives are for rail loader because it's blocked in the US.
People have been sharing the Railroader file around. I might check in the Railroader Discord and see what they have.
Yeah. These days I usually have both Strange Customs and Railroader just packaged into my zip files I put on Google Docs to share mod folders around.
They need to set it to live chat and not top chat. Lord Fuzzy! Everyone, it's the legendary
Okay.
Lord Fuzzy. The Lord Fuzzy is our Lord and Savior. All hail.
Quick, Fuzzy, donate $250.
No. Fuzzy is a personal friend. Fuzzy doesn't need to do jack shit. Fuzzy and I are probably going to go skiing in the near future. And or play games in IRL.
Just no! All hail the snowman!
Yes,
Lord.
all hail the Snowman Lord. And if you don't know what that means, then you're not a true believer. All hail the Snowman Lord.
I hope your marinara sauce doesn't stick to your next bowl of pasta.
Yes. All right. So now we're moving and grooving and cruising. So that's gonna be good.
Moving and grooving and cruising. Now I'm just left. Just a heads up. My train has just left Whittier.
I see that. God, I still have an hour in first person.
You stay on the starting track. Starting track for now. It should be good.
Yes. May his white joy land all upon us this season. All hail the Snowman Lord.
Oh yeah, what?
Don't think about it too much.
No, I'm gonna keep thinking about it. You're the one who opened Pandora's jar with that one. And yes, it is not Pandora's box, it's Pandora's jar. The actual Greek mythology says it's a jar, not a box. So many people get that wrong. Is he still a snowman lord if you take away his hat?
Yes.
Yeah?
Okay. Yeah, do we have Snowpiercer on this railroad? Probably not. But...
I would be worried if we did.
Yeah, we have not debated the powers of the Snowman Lord. I guess I should stop. I really don't want to stop, but you know. Nope, Solaris, we're not going there. We're not going there. I know exactly what you're referencing. We're not going there.
Well now I'm curious.
Nope, no you don't. Okay.
Good, you noticed the thing I did to protect myself.
Did you hide in the caboose?
No. Check the switch in front of you. If you hadn't stopped in time, you would have just started going straight back up to Kirkland.
Well, how dare you throw my switch for me?
And now we see the mythical European-style cab car.
No. Those don't exist. Those are fake.
Look at it and weep, Snowman Lord.
Don't use the Snowman Lord's name in vain.
Snowman Lord, Snowman Lord, Snowman Lord.
Oh God.
What is he going to do? Come to Australia? The moment he does, he's going to start melting.
So you say that.
Yeah. Also, your timer.
Oh shit! Ah, crap. I forgot to hit the play button. So I'm gonna take 5 minutes off and assume that it's fine. That was unfortunate.
That's up to Fuzzy and Solaris to decide.
Technically, it's up to James296, aka Dwarf, but. All right. Best colony mod? I don't know. There's a couple of them. Man, I hope you get out of the way in time.
Or AI suit, however fast they go.
Oh, shoot.
There we go, saving the haircut. And yoink.
Now I'm thinking this entire cut will probably fit at East Whittier. At least I sure hope so.
What mod do we use for Whittier? I don't think it's Bjorn's one. Is it?
It is Bjorn's.
Other one?
It's Bjorn's.
Okay. Good to know.
Okay. Okay. So we're rolling here. We're rolling the coal. Hopefully we'll make it.
Well, you mentioned that, Solaris. In the latest dev log that was posted on Steam by the Railroader devs, They have mentioned that they've done a bit of scope creep and are actually starting to do like modding coding support for the next update. So potentially, they're actually already starting to work on Steam Workshop support, which is they mentioned is a long-term thing they plan to do. Which would essentially mean you could just check some boxes, boom, you got some mods. Uncheck them, check some more, you got the other mods. So could be useful.
Look at that coal at the back of the train. What's it called in Nexus? It's literally called Bjorn's Sawmill mod, or Bjorn's Whittier mod. BJORNS? Alright, we are cruising at a steady 17 miles an hour. I've got the throttle on the ceiling. And I've got the bar not in the corner, but in a healthy location to hopefully have us gain some speed. We're now at 18 miles an hour and cruising. But are we cruising for a cruising?
Now, when you're driving, yes. The other potential thing that could be done in regards to modeling Solaris, of note, Lego Man Scrapulature is a minor track mod, but still only uses UMM. So that could be another angle where track mods could be converted to use UMM instead.
Oh. Bro Train, that just makes me think of like an evil idea. Ho ho ho, kids, my name's fucking Santa Claus, and guess what? You're all getting coal for Christmas. I'm bringing it with my goddamn steam train. Get the fuck out of the way. Choo choo, motherfuckers.
Joke's on you, cunt. I'm a gunzel. I love that shit.
No. Yes, you should use the steel mill.
Yes. No, you should not do what Ragtimer did and start everything at tier 3. Follow the readme.
Unless you want pain.
I implore you, follow the readme, which essentially states start each industry in a certain order and one industry per in-game day. Slowly bring that pain onto you.
No, bring all the pain at once.
Okay then, Ragtimer, put the steel mill to tier 5.
Make me.
Fine then, keep your secrets. It's clear the Ragtimer plays a very dangerous game.
Yes. Yes, I do. Look, I've set my terms for making it tier 5.
Solaris, don't all 3 of those loco mods already work on UMM? Solaris mentioned about the F7, the 44-ton, and the GP38. All 3, I believe, already work with UMM only. Like, you don't need anything else, I think. Any refineries other than Bryson? I know the MG Chemical expansion mod you can get for MG Chemical and Alaka gives the opportunity to start, having outbound like plastic and oil and stuff like that.
Yeah.
A friend of mine did suggest about the Branchline Chaos mod pack I've now made, that it would actually be really good once more people start using like the dedicated server mod. It could be really good for a 24-hour save where each branch is run by a separate person, with just the main line acting as essentially the terminal road to transport it all between everyone. Which isn't a half bad idea. Just, I'd forgotten the fact that, you know, you kind of need a supercomputer to do that.
Okay. Finally arriving at Whittier. I thought that would take forever.
Where do you want me to put the passenger train once I arrive back at Bryson?
Put it behind the roundhouse. There's a couple of fix-em-up tracks back there. Just drop it all there.
Oh yeah, I see him. Yeah, I'll edit the AI's waypoint to go there after it unloads.
Yeah, set everything at tier 5 and watch the suffering happen. Hey, Angry, how much to use the RLW Union Class steam locomotive at the steel mill? I don't have that installed, so unfortunately, no dice there.
You know, I do the opposite thing on my Fontana short line save I have. Not the branch like OS one, but the essentially I've got a save where essentially apart from Fontana branch itself and maybe a few industries around Bryson, I don't have any extra industries, and I'm expressly only running anything there at tier 1. Tier 1 only on a company save, and I am not allowed to ever buy anything new. I have to buy from the used market. Have to. Which becomes fun when you're, you know, constantly running out of repair parts to overhaul everything.
And JSJ celebrating 21 months of membership. You should play some Derail Valley at some point.
You are free.
Oh my God!
Yes,
and
you
be
are
free of the shackles and fly. Oh my God! Look at the steam engine.
Someone asked earlier, you know, how many cars would you have if you do anything tier 5? I'm not sure about everything Solaris, but I know for the steel mill, at tier 5 you will need 36 3-bay hoppers for the coke ovens, 5 3-bay hoppers for the hybrid power plant, 26 gondolas for the blast furnaces of limestone, 6 more limestone for the hearth furnaces, 10 2-bay hoppers for the coke ovens, 4 gondolas for the steel shavings, 6 hot bottle cars for the molten iron, 8 hot ladle cars for the slag, and 24 flat cars for the various types of steel, for a total of 162 cars every day through the interchange or the steel mill. Now, depending on what mods you have, any percentage of those cars could instead be captive freight you're doing. Where you know, whether that is the Kirkland expansion allowing you to do your own coal, or Tantham revamp allowing you to do your own limestone. I've also sometimes seen, you know, scrap metal from Scrapalatia be side routed to the steel mill because the steel mill can recycle scrap metal. I've only seen that ever happen once though, but it can happen. So yeah. How many different track and industry mods are there available? Yes.
A lot.
there are a lot. Now, keep in mind that, you know, a lot of them will be incompatible with each other, because I know there's at least 3 different mods that use the exact same position as the Whittier paper mill. Because the paper mill itself, there's a munitions factory, and then there's, I think, a massive, like, car shop yard that I think I've seen the WNCRR use once or twice.
What was the name of the locomotive or what name was I supposed to put on the engine for the Mikado? Doctor something?
Dr. Mobius. If you know Fallout New Vegas, you know what weapons are just made.
I forget what it was. Crap. Why am I forgetting?
Dr. Crap.
No, it wasn't Dr. Crap.
Dr. Brother.
God, I'm trying to find it. I can't.
Yes, Bro Train. I've used that trick so many times. The trick, Ragtime, the trick Bro Train's mentioning is using the used market. You know, look at what's in the used market, and then buy stuff that's lower than its scrap value, and then just send it straight to the scrap line in Scrapulature. Because then you'll get more money out of it for captive freight to the scrap line than you took buying it. It's a net positive.
Okay. So we're going to go ahead, get these cars put away. I'm thinking we're going to switch over to the Mikado to take the train back. Because Mikado is love, Mikado is life.
Yes. The U button studio.
Scout the clone animations. You might need a different locomotive for the steel mill. Just saying. You might need to get something a little bit beefier.
Like Shrimpy.
All hail.
Yes. I think there is Solaris, but the last time I heard about it, I believe it was starting to be decried for being an asset rip from, I think, another game. Because I noticed like about 6 months ago that there was a fair few mods for Railroader of, like, you know, modern rolling stock and modern locos, but then I think the person that was doing it was later exposed because it turns out he was ripping those assets from other train games to do it.
That sounds like Latam, I think.
Yeah, I think it was that name. I didn't want to name names in case I was wrong. Speaking of weird things in the modding scene, there was a brief window of about 6 hours where someone uploaded Rail Loader and Strange Customs to Nexus. And practically, you know, Ginger went on this whole rant in the comments about, you know, how dare, you know who, you know, gatekeep it away and, you know, have a tantrum or something. It has since been taken down. So, yeah.
Okay. So let me shove this back just a hair more.
Alrighty. Back on number 4. And that oil tank is finished emptying, so I can now go grab it and start making my way down Kamari.
Okay. And I do have enough room on the other track to drop those cars, so that's good. I've got a little... Yeah, I can push just a hair further. Okay. Let's see where that now puts us. Okay.
It puts us in being 3,000 closer to paying off the debt.
As it should.
If we can get that debt to below 50k before Christmas, this should be good.
Man. 50k before Christmas. You know, what if in game tomorrow's Christmas because it's snowing, and maybe the engines are Santa's sleighs, and maybe as a result,
that or the snow turns out to actually be a nuclear winter and one of the last railroads operating.
Ooh, I like that lore.
And the reason we're using steam locomotives is because, you know, the electromagnetic pulse of the nuclear bombs, you know, fried all the circuitry and everything else, so the steam engines are just fine.
Yeah. Solaris, sounds good. We'll see ya. And we're going to scrape some paint on that one. Yeah. Some paint scraping. And Bro Train's next save is going to be all Pensy locomotives. Cool.
Ah, yes, the standard railroad of the world. That wasn't standard.
The non-standard standard railroad of the world.
Yes.
Okay. All right. We've made a lot of money, which is very good. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to waypoint this bitch. Just to be lazy. To right about there. Meanwhile, I'm going to grab number 5. You know, number 5 is actually the one that's closest to a broad top engine right now. Granted, it's not in a period correct paint scheme. It's more of a tweetsy scheme. But like the headlight where it is and everything else, it looks broad top-ish. I'm just going to call it the Dwarf for right now. Because
it is a dwarf and it's chuffing a train. Chuffy, chuffy train. Chuffy, chuffy train.
Should you get the M2 for your railroad? The M2 is a big, powerful locomotive. You can do a lot with the M2. Oh god, the AI engine's coming from my ass. Get away from my ass! Okay. Looks like we have a couple of cars we can grab from the other track. So we'll grab those. And then afterwards, we'll run those over. We'll pick up the couple of cars we need to from the steel mill, which will then clear out all the steel mill tracks for us. And then take that to the interchange. And then I guess, I hate to say it, but it'll be about time to move to the next day in game.
If that means the snow finally lets up and my frame rate goes to above 5 frames a second, that'd be great.
Yeah. Okay. I will say I'm getting more frames than I normally would, even with the snow on.
Yes, because all the grass is gone.
Who needs grass?
I mean, herbivores, for one.
Well, screw them.
Given that corn's a type of grass and wheat's a type of grass, that means, no corn, no wheat.
I can live without corn.
I think rice is also... What about wheat? What about rice, maize, millet, oats?
I should probably slow down.
If you're,
I'm also on the wrong track.
I do it.
All right. Yes, this is East Whittier. Yes, we're all just cows, people.
Why won't this train move?
Because there is no God.
Man, that's gotta be a long conversation.
Yeah. Your kicking tank cars are at 20 miles an hour. That's the only way to kick tank cars.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Nice and gently, nice and gently. There we go. All right, let's roll. Hobble. On our way to Epps Springs.
Yes.
God, this is so nice being in third person. Thank you, JSJ, for once again coming in clutch and helping us where we needed the help. Are you able to automate the trains? Yes, you can AI them to go places. You can... I don't think you can tell them to do jobs, but you can at least AI them to go to certain places. So if you need one to go to like the other side of the map or something, it'll do that for you.
There's 3 modes. There's AI, there's AE road, AE yard, and AE waypoint. AE road just tells you to go at a certain speed in a direction until it meets something that means it will stop. Yard mode tells you to go a certain car count. Really good for yard usage. Waypoint mode, the one I use all the time, it just tells it, hey, maneuver to this specific spot. And it will automatically flip switches, it will automatically wait for signals, it will do everything on the way to getting to that spot. Extremely useful for shunting / switching, because you just tell it, hey, go take that car to there, and it'll do it. It's also useful for me because, you know, autism and ADHD, so I just supervise it on AI waypoint mode and just sit back and chat and chill. Which is also why, you know, I almost never crash stuff. Keyword almost.
Yeah,
sometimes the game just goes,
we should never plan to crash. But sometimes it happens like that.
I mean, you're one to talk about it, but yes.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
It just is what it is, you know?
Here's what it is.
Okay.
Oh, trying to pay off another K.
Wait, we can do that? Hell yeah, brother.
1,108. Yeah.
We have $7,000 more to pay off until we are under 50 grand of debt.
Yes.
That'll be a great day when that happens.
That it will be. Okay.
After buying all the tank cars and the logging cars. Speaking of, where are we at with the logging? Oh yeah, it's going to be a while. Okay. Flamin' Ram. Mother Nature is just harvesting us up, feeding us oxygen and other foods so she can consume us when we die. I mean, I have the morbid thought that basically cemeteries are just going to be the future oil wells for everyone. Because we just have concentrated mass that's going to be crushed and melting down over time, and while our flesh will go away, the bones will remain, and over time the earth will consume and turn into oil. So millions of years from now there'll be another oil boom. Whether humanity is here or not remains to be seen.
We probably
it won't be our problem.
Won't be, but it won't be our problem. What is my problem is that there is a boxcar that is not in the position it actually is in game. So now number 4 is all balked. Not derailed, not damaged, just in a weird spot. You might want to come look at this.
Stand by. I'm going around the 30 curve about 6 miles an hour too much. What did you do?
It's one of those cases where a boxcar is visually in a different spot to where it actually is.
Oh. Looks fine to me.
Huh. Does the heavy machinery industry happen to use any of the steel mill cars. Because I've noticed an interesting situation on other people's saves where the host can see the steel mill cars, but any other player can't, even if they have the same version installed.
Yeah.
And it usually results in situations like this. Because, yeah. My locomotive now says it's 0 cars for 0 tons and is minus 3 feet long, which indicates to me that there is a car that should be here but isn't. And now my train's all balked because of it. Let's see, a gondola, and a boxcar, and there's an air gap for some reason, and then another boxcar.
That means there's probably a mod missing a file somewhere or something to that effect.
Which is weird because it shouldn't be, because I've got all the... I brought the folder over, like I always do and you've told me to do, and I've installed all the mods that you've said to install. So what could possibly be missing?
I don't know.
Let me check my UMM.
You mean the
Whichever one you want to call it.
A Link to the Past? All right, Big Mikado. It's time to enter the mill.
Yeah, there shouldn't be anything, missing.
Oh god, it got very bright. Oh, that's because there's lights here.
Yeah, Bro Train. I'm hoping that some people that have made Iron Mine mods might make
They do at
compatibility
Hewitt.
stuff out. I thought Hewitt was a limestone mine. Yeah, like an iron mine that has like an extra tract for, taking iron ore to it would be amazing.
Okay. Let's get this all coupled up, peoples.
Nevada, is that joke about like chives? Like, there's like this like viral trend right now about people, taking pictures of how well they cut up chives. I vaguely remember it because someone on Reddit got exposed because they tried to pass off an earlier picture flipped upside down as that day's picture of them cutting up chives, and everyone immediately, noticed.
Is that the guy who's chopping chives every day until something happens?
Yes, I believe so.
Chives. Okay. Well, while that's backing in, let's take a quick look. Looks like a couple of cars over here. Okay, so looks like we have a couple cars that this diesel can move around. Slag dumps there. Okay.
Okay. I've just spawned back in game, and number 4 suddenly flipped around. Ah. Because now the tender's on the side of the boxcar, not the funnel side. And yeah, it's still got that glitch thing of, 0 cars for 0 tons and -3 feet. Like on the track that number 4 is on, I have
Oh god, I
2
derailed.
boxcars and a gondola. Like what? Oh shit. Oh, that's a lot of damage. Oh no.
That is all it's all General's fault.
Yeah. As I was saying before you derailed, up where number 4 is, the track that it's kind of glitched on has, on my end, 2 boxcars and a gondola, but then there's an air gap between the 2 boxcars. What car is supposed to be there on your end that I'm somehow missing?
Let me check when my train is charging up air.
Yep.
Are you just trying to drop stuff off or get cars pulled out there?
I need to grab the gondola because the gondola is now empty and needs to go to East Whitty.
You brought the switcher up here?
This is what was already up here. So whoever did Kimari last brought number 4 up here. Is that going to be a problem?
No. I just find it comical.
I mean, they're like, this was what was up here when I came up here.
But it's going to be really hilarious what we do to get rid of them.
What do you mean, get rid of it? Am I missing something? And yeah, I'm seeing you trying to move number 4. Nothing's happening on my end.
But I'm doing some kicking.
Yeah. What the fuck? Oh shit! But that boxcar just phased through everything. What? What on earth is going on?
There is no Earth. Only the moon and the stars above.
What in tarnation?
Would you like your locomotive back?
Yes, please. That would be ideal.
All right.
So yeah, what was the issue?
It's because you touched yourself at night. Oh, it's derailed.
And it's derailed and then collides with the boxcar right next to it.
All right, the engine's all yours.
Cool. Yeah, what was the actual issue?
I don't know.
What the joke issue was.
I think it was just deciding to be a dick for the sake of being a dick.
Typical.
Okay.
Gooey! Bless me. Well, on the plus, I can now go over to the mine and start picking up those cars.
Yep.
I will say, like, I'm surprised I have not seen this, this locomotive in Luna's catalog. I must have missed it.
It's a good little locomotive.
Hmm. It looks like a better proportioned S23 to me. Like, there's just something about the S23 that it's a nice, like, early game shunter, but man, does it look like portly and piddly at the same time somehow. This looks well proportioned. Yeah, Scout, if the game keeps trying to give you great yarls, then I guess you get a great yarl.
Mm-hmm.
Thoughts on the A5 switcher? It's a good little dude. Very demure, very mindful. You know, oh Lord, the coffee's cold. Yep.
Okay.
You got $317. Then I guess you're going into debt. Can you really call yourself a 1950s railroad if you're not in crippling debt?
I mean, crippling debt is the best way to do it.
Oh, hold on. I've just seen the stream because the stream's a bit behind. Yeah, that boxcar that's going to the interchange doesn't appear on my end. The Monon boxcar. Yeah, on my end that doesn't appear. So that's why my locomotive was glitching out, because there's a boxcar there that doesn't exist. And I don't know why it doesn't exist, because I've got all the boxcar mods installed. Version mismatch, maybe?
Oh.
Gosh darn it.
All right, we're entering Whittier.
And yeah, for the looks of it, you were doing your normal switching. On my end...
Oh god, I'm gonna take this curve way too fast. Oh shit.
Ooh. Well, you're good. You haven't derailed. As I was saying, I'm watching back the stream because, of course, the stream's delayed. Yeah, you were doing all that switching maneuvers. On my end, number 4 never moved, but then randomly boxcars would just appear moving. Weird.
Okay.
Knowing me, Rise, I've grabbed everything. I'm starting to head down from Kamal. You're gonna jump the day, and then like half the stuff up here is gonna tick over.
I mean, that's probably what's going to happen, but... Okay. Sorry, I'm also slightly distracted. For some reason on my feed, it popped up that... looks like one of the YouTubers I followed a bit called Adam the Woo, who did a lot of like YouTube on like Walt Disney World and theme parks, passed away. So like, oh, that's kind of shocking.
Oh no. On that subject, apparently one of the apparently Vince Zampella also passed away recently.
That is a good point from Iron Cat saying if your UMM is not on the latest version, it sometimes will be screwy.
My current version of UMM is 0.32.4.0, and the update button isn't lit up.
Okay. Let's get these other cars need to go to the thingy. Okay. Okay. Let's get this slowed down
cool.
and coupled.
I won't be able to grab the New York City gondola at Command Station either because, getting the boxcar that I can't see. Let's see if I need to force my thing to update.
Gotcha. All right. Let's get this train to the interchange. Okay. Okay, so let's get this train out of here. This is one of the ones that Marquette put out. Okay. And thank you to Preceptor over on Twitch for following. Okay. All right, so let's see. Our switch is lined.
Random question: what version of the Bloomberg, non-colorable Bloomberg trucks do you have?
That's a damn good question, and I wish I could check right now, but I don't think I can.
Because it says they're 4.1.2, but it's also telling me that 4.1.7 updates available for them.
Ah, okay.
That's my only guess, because those are the only mods that tell me I've got an update.
Okay.
I mean, I would also ask what versions of boxcars, the various boxcar mods you have, because you know.
Okay. Nice and gently just heading down to the interchange. As all good things are. Well, I'll also add, this will be the last stream before Christmas, so after tonight, I'm going to try to use tomorrow to pack, and then I'm going to go home and spend Christmas Day, Christmas Eve, and a few days afterwards with my folks. I'll be back up to the home to do some stuff between Christmas and New Year's. I don't know when that's going to be, so definitely keep an eye on the Discord server, because I'll announce there probably first where it'll be, and we'll also post on YouTube. So again, keep an eye on that. So just so y'all know. God. Why does it feel like it takes forever to get to the Epps Springs interchange? It's down here a bit.
Was he checking chat? Yeah, I think that's like the one major gripe I have at times about UMM, is that half the time it just does not tell you if there's an update available for a mod. Like, yeah, I've actually been called out a few times of like, oh, why are you using outdated mods? Like, because UMM hasn't told me there's even an update. No one has. With how many UMM mods I use in a typical mod load, it's like I can't spend every day looking over every single mod to see if there's an update. I expect the mod loader to tell me, like, because what's the point of a mod loader if it's not going to tell you if there's an update? Back in my day, it would just tell you.
Yeah. Okay, looks like we're in. $13 damage. All right, well, we've got our train down here. Pretty much at this point, everything we need to do is either in motion or waiting on something. Yeah, we probably could do some stuff with the steel mill, but we have been streaming for about 3 hours now. I think we'll go ahead and end that there. So we'll end this here. Again, this will be the last stream before Christmas, so thank you for tuning in as we checked out the new stuff here. If you are new to the channel, please do like the streams, share with your friends, subscribe if you're new here. Thank you to everyone who has checked in over the past couple of weeks and months and all that since we got back in the stream. Really appreciate it. It's been a great time for me. For those who celebrate, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate. Festivus for the rest of us.
Merry Christmas.
And hope you all guys stay safe and have fun. And we'll see you all next time. See ya.
See ya.